Some people are born with unique talents that allow them to perform unbelievable things. Have you ever heard of the girl who has X-ray vision? What about the professional regurgitator? If you want to see some out-of-the-ordinary people that could do extraordinary things, keep watching as we count down 15 of the most unusual people with unusual talents.
No! I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it!
Number 15. Mamalu, strong woman. During the era of circuses, the strongman was the cornerstone of human power, but Mamalu defines what it means to be a strong woman, since she can split phone books with her bare hands, flatten apples with her biceps, turn frying pans into tubes with her buttocks, pound nails into wood with her palms, and even break pencils with her butt. New York City's Lindberg was a hit with the circus, but she also realized that she might not have the necessary flexibility to be an aerialist. She recognized it was impractical to use her circus aerial apparatus on the street because she moonlighted on the streets. That way, she became a strong woman and exploited her power to attract attention by lifting and breaking items. With little delay, Mamalu became a star, traveling the world to entertain audiences everywhere. She's managed to achieve her current position by never giving up and aims to provide a good example for young women. The sheer strength of Mamalu is not the only thing that makes her noteworthy. Her strength and comedy are matched, and she has found methods to lighten the strain on her arms and hands by being creative. Number 14. Alain Robert, the French Spider-Man. Alain Robert is a rock and urban climber from France. Robert is known as the French Spider-Man for his free solo climbing, which entails ascending skyscrapers with nothing but a small bag of chalk and a pair of climbing shoes. Because he didn't usually have authorization for such perilous endeavors, Robert would show up at the site of any massive skyscraper he wanted to scale at daybreak. His exploits drew large crowds who came to see him climb. As a result, Robert has been detained numerous times by law enforcement officers waiting for him at the top of his ascent in various countries. Robert has done his climbs with authorization and sponsorship in recent years. Many of his climbs do not allow him to take a break and can last several hours. He wears a tiny bag of climbing chalk powder around his waist on occasion. Robert has scaled the Burj Khalifa, the Eiffel Tower, the Sydney Opera House, and the Montparnasse Tower, as well as other world-famous skyscrapers. Number 13. Julia Gunthal, aka Zlata, flexible woman. You'd assume this was a doll made of rubber, something for people to play with by putting her in some of the most astonishing postures for a human person. But she's a real woman who has a tremendously bendy body, and her name is Zlata, born Julia Gunthal. A 29-year-old former gymnast, Zlata was born in Russia. She ended her marriage last year and is working on a photo series that showcases her incredible flexibility, as well as her allure. To help mend her broken heart, the contortionist bodybending calendar was released, allowing her to break the laws of physics and biology. One interesting thing about Zlata is that she's the only person in the world who can fit into a 50-centimeter box, as it is recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records. Don't ask me how she manages to do that! Number 11. Mohammed Rashid Nasim, human nutcracker. Many people include breaking a Guinness World Record title on their bucket lists. However, Mohammed Rashid, a black belt holder and serial record holder, doesn't want to end his career with only one. His current objective is more ambitious, one of the most celebrated masters of martial arts in Pakistan, the specialist from Karachi. He amassed over 30 records, over a third of the way to his objective. He's also known for his records with the traditional martial arts weapons of nunchaku and bow staff. At the Punjab Youth Sports Festival in Lahore, Pakistan, he broke the record for the most bottle tops removed with the head in 1 minute at 40 in 2013. To the extent that this prolific and unmatched champion is concerned, the realm of martial arts has secured its new record-breaking icon. Number 10. Mohammed Ahmed Khan, eye-popping. A Pakistani teenager's eye-popping video has gone viral after he videotaped himself pulling his eyeballs out. Even though he's only 14 years old, Ahmed Khan can extrude his eyeballs out beyond the confines of his eye sockets by nearly 10 millimeters. Khan, who attends a Lahore-based school, found his special talent to pop his eyes last year. Khan's talent at being different has made him popular at school, yet many of his classmates are frightened of him. Some of the smaller children at school flee when they spot him. They are afraid of his eyes exploding. Even the girls in the classroom are frightened his eyeballs will literally fall out of his head. Now Khan is attempting to get his name in the record books. His pals informed him about the Guinness Book of World Records once he had perfected the skill of popping his eyeballs at will. He has set out to shatter the record. We wish him luck. Number 9. Alisa translates backward. Experts in the brain field are puzzled by a 14-year-old's ability to recite any word backwards within seconds. After a YouTube video of her unique gift went viral, Alisa Kramer has become a household name. Alisa's friends give her words such as air conditioner, Lamborghini, and other names she immediately repeats in reverse. According to Alisa, who now has her own website, she has had the skill of being able to recite words backwards since childhood. Upon discovering that she could read, she became a voracious reader and developed this skill for some unknown reason. If someone tells her a word, she sees it in her mind as a picture. She can read it backwards if she prefers. According to experts, Alisa's talent is a type of mental and visual process that is unknown and unnamed. No matter what, she's a talented girl.
Friday night.
Virginia Earth.
Antarctica.
A cat in a retina.
Number 8. Antonia Francis, aka Popeye. Antonia Francis died at the age of 54. His reputation as Popeye stemmed from his reputation for popping his eyeballs out to the rhythm of music. He first appeared on television in 2009, playing himself in Britain's Ugliest Models. In 2011, he competed on Britain's Got Talent to showcase his skills. I mean, this guy was able to pop his eyeballs to music. How crazy is that? It's already an exploit, just when someone could pop their eyeballs, let alone pop them out to the rhythm of music. That's at a whole other level. Too bad Popeye passed away from a stroke in 2018. Number 7. Sophie Dossey. American gymnast, contortionist, TV personality, and social media influencer, Sophie Dossey is known for having competed in the women's rhythmic gymnastics group and finished in 3rd place at the World Championship in 2010. She got her start in the public eye by winning a golden buzzer in the 11th series of America's Got Talent. Dossey, a California native, has been interested in gymnastics and dance since childhood. Seeing a contortionist on YouTube made her recognize that she could accomplish the same thing if she worked at it. During America's Got Talent 2016 season, she competed as a contestant and impressed both the judges and the crowd with her routine. Dossey finished in the season's top 3. She has now become a well-known internet star. She has around 305 million views on her YouTube account, along with about 2.7 million subscribers. Her followers on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram have all surpassed the 36,000, 130,000, and 1.6 million mark respectively. Her Streamy Award nomination was also earned because of her presence on Live.me, where she streams her shows. Number 6. Natasha Demkina, X-Ray Eye. Natasha Demkina was born in Russia. In 1987, when she was just 10 years old, Natasha had a bizarre visual impairment. The human body was no longer a mystery to her because she could see through the body. This incident occurred after Natasha had her appendix removed. After the neighborhood started hearing about Natasha's stories, they came in droves to see if she could tell them what was wrong with them. She was surrounded by curious neighbors wanting to determine their own illnesses. Doctors in her hometown put her to the test after hearing of her stories. The youngsters in her neighborhood were accurately diagnosed by a local children's hospital where Natasha was brought. She employed images to demonstrate to the doctors what each problem was. When a doctor wasn't feeling well, she displayed a picture of something within his tummy to show him what was wrong with him. She also corrected a doctor's faulty diagnosis of a woman who was thought to have cancer. Natasha looked at her and proclaimed the tumor was little more than a small cyst and was not cancer. It was discovered that the woman was in fact cancer-free after multiple tests. In England, she explored the life of a local doctor as well. She went on to inform him that he had gallstones and kidney stones, and an enlarged pancreas as well as an enlarged liver. As soon as the doctor had finished examining Natasha, he went for a scan and found that she had been accurate in her diagnoses. He found himself with a tumor in his gut, but it was not life-threatening. Following her triumph in Russia, the Discovery Channel attempted to run a trial run in New York. Natasha had to diagnose 5 patients out of 7. She was given a failing grade because she was only able to diagnose 4. After establishing a few ground rules, Natasha achieved success. Since January 2006, Natasha Demkina has been employed by the Center for Special Diagnostics. The center's goal is to diagnose and treat illness with the help of specialists with exceptional abilities, folk healers, and traditional medicine professionals. Controversy still surrounds Natasha Demkina, but it's still a mysterious talent she possesses if you ask me. Number 5. Mohammed Samir, Human Owl. He is dubbed the Human Owl and is 14 years old, a Pakistani, and endowed with a crazy level of flexibility. From Karachi, Mohammed Samir Khan not only can turn his head completely around, but also can turn his shoulders a full 360 degrees. In addition, he's a skilled acrobat. Because of his dedication to following the exercise routines of a horror movie actor, this 14-year-old adolescent has created his own superpower. Because his father suffered 2 strokes in a year, Samir left school to earn a living for his family and found a job with a dance group named Dangerous Boys. Samir is certain that his tremendous skill will someday get him a role in a major Hollywood production. Number 4. Aaron Fotheringham, wheelchair ramp jump. Aaron James Fotheringham was born with spina bifida, a birth defect. This devastating birth abnormality impairs the development of the spine and spinal cord, resulting in a lack of mobility, like in Aaron's case. Aaron was a lively toddler who quickly mastered the use of his baby walker and then crutches despite his inability to walk. But it was his transition to a wheelchair that sparked a life-changing realization that would set him on a new path, literally. Aaron grew up watching his older brother Brian tear up the local skate park on his BMX as an adopted child in a family of 6 children. Aaron, not content to sit on the sidelines, summoned the guts to get in his wheelchair and drop from a 4-foot quarter pipe with the help of Brian and his father Steve. Despite a serious tumble, Aaron got back up and tried again. He'd been seduced. Aaron has since gone on to invent and promote the sport of WCMX, or wheelchair motocross, which is a wheelchair-adapted version of skating and BMX stunt riding. From carving and grinding to hand planting and power sliding, his tricks have grown in complexity as his experience in the chair has grown. There's nothing the fearless wheels won't try, and it's his mentality that's pushed him to a global career as an extreme sports stunt rider. In 2008, Aaron became the first person to land a wheelchair backflip, earning him his first Guinness World Records certificate. He perfected the wheelchair backflip 2 years earlier, but it was his formally documented 2008 backflip that put him back on the path to being a multiple world record holder. It's only fitting that he would go on to win the first wheelchair front flip as well. Number 3. Dean Karnazes. Dean Karnazes has seen and done about everything when it comes to trail running. He's been a frontrunner, a charismatic ambassador who's aided the sport's tremendous expansion, a lifelong athlete ambassador for the North Face, and a best-selling author who's inspired the public while possibly ruffling the feathers of some seasoned runners. But lately, he's been an aid station volunteer and a slogger in the middle of the pack. He's still incredibly fit at 58, but he's mostly just a person who enjoys trail jogging. He's a part of the new Speedland Trail, running shoe line, and plans to run 1,000 kilometers across Australia in 10 days. Running is a huge adventure for him, an intrepid outer exploration of the landscape as well as a self-revealing inside voyage. The thirst for knowledge and the need to better understand who he is and what he is made of are what keeps him going. When the mainstream media began to take note of his ultra results and unusual feats like running the 199-mile relay from Calistoga to Santa Cruz as a solo runner, running 350 miles in 80 hours without sleep, and of course, running 50 marathon in 50 states in 50 days in 2006, he began to gain notoriety as a larger-than-life personality. One of Karnazes' main motives has always been to grow the sport and share it with as many people as possible. Only over 18,000 ultra-running race finishes were recorded in North America in 2003. However, by 2010, that figure had risen to more than 50,000. And by 2019, it had risen to 127,000, at a period when the sport had grown to more than 350,000 race finishers worldwide. Because of permission complications on public lands, US races have stayed notably small, but the number of events has increased tenfold thanks to Dean. Number 2. Scarlett Checkers, the flexible woman. Scarlett Checkers was born to be a circus freak, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is a hereditary condition that affects the connective tissue in the body. EDS renders her joints and ligaments hyperflexible, allowing her a wide range of motion across her entire body, including skin hyperelasticity. She was able to embrace her situation in a good way after years of training by learning the captivating sport of contortion. Her performance entertains and inspires audiences all over the world. It was only natural for her to become a clown, given her experience in improv comedy and a long-time fascination with the circus. She discovered that combining contortion and comedy creates a unique and thrilling type of entertainment she proudly refers to as clowntortion. While contortion has always been her main act, she has spent over a decade expanding her repertoire to include practically every classic circus sideshow feat, plus a few more. She takes pride in her ability to bring these classics to life with a touch of humor. She left her hometown of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, when she turned 21 to pursue a lifetime career as an artist. Her quest led her on a once-in-a-lifetime trip that included running away with a circus, pitching tents, living on the road, meeting incredible people, touring numerous cities, and perfecting her act. Her wanderings led her to Southern California, where she has been since 2015. She has since abandoned her nomadic existence and established roots in San Diego, California. She worked with a slew of entertainment firms on the West Coast, and she's created a name for herself in corporate entertainment. She's also been on numerous television shows, including The Late Late Show with James Corden, MTV's True Life, Disney Channel's Walk the Prank, CBS's Celebrity Big Brother, ABC's Shark Tank, and has participated in numerous music videos for artists such as Fall Out Boy and JoJo Siwa. Number 1. Stevie Starr, the professional regurgitator. Stevie Starr, also known as the professional regurgitator, spent the first 18 years of his life at a children's home in Glasgow, where he developed his own unique skill. He began swallowing his pocket money when he was approximately 4 years old, and then he moved on to other things, such as walking out into the garden and eating a bumblebee, then bringing it back up and letting it fly away. He's since performed on a variety of television shows around the world, including Britain's Got Talent, where he reached the semi-finals, and La France a un incroyable talent, where he finished 4th overall. Steve has swallowed a plum tomato and a big blade on several episodes. In 2 pieces, he regurgitated the blade and the tomato. He's also ingested 5 separate coins, each with a different letter labelled on it. He regurgitated the coins in a word-spelling sentence. He regurgitated the coins in a word-spelling sequence. He eventually swallowed a clip and regurgitated the coin that had become caught within. The ring was then regurgitated inside the lock. He swallowed a pool ball and then pushed up the key and ball because he had problems regurgitating the key. The lock was successfully unlocked with the key. His act at another show included consuming smoke from 2 cups, liquid soap, and water to blow bubbles. Half of the smoke was then exhaled into a huge bubble. An uncooked egg was then consumed and regurgitated by him. The professional regurgitator's final performance included swallowing 5 pushpins and a powerful magnet. Heidi chose 4 when he asked her to choose a number to bring up. He then pulled up the magnet's 4 pins, followed by the one that was left over. He then inhaled flammable gas and had Nick Cannon ignite a lighter, blowing the gas into a bubble near the igniter, which caused a large explosion. The professional regurgitator joined Penn and Teller for the finale. A small canister, a goldfish, and the canister's lid were all ingested independently by the regurgitator. He then regurgitated a canister containing the goldfish. This man, I must say, is in total control of his body. I must admit, some of these people are out of this world. My favourite is the professional regurgitator, Stevie Starr, because of the enormous control he has over his body. Which one was your favourite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's our countdown of 15 most unusual people with unusual talents. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. That's it for now.